Hey, how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward. And in today's video, you're going to get 3 killer hamstring exercises that you can incorporate in your workouts. Now, when it comes to training hamstrings, a lot of people think of doing leg curls, some variation of a leg curl, a seated leg curl, a lying leg curl. And while there's nothing wrong with doing leg curls, there are a lot more effective hamstring exercises that you can incorporate that carry over into more functional, real-world strength. And that's what we're going to cover in this video. And the first one is the stiff leg deadlift. This is a killer hamstring exercise, and the difference between this and regular deadlifts is it's more of a stretching move. Almost visualize bending over to touch your toes while holding onto the barbell. That's kind of the movement that you're going through. So you want to keep your legs fairly straight, just have a slight bend in your knees to take some of the strain off the tendons and ligaments in the knee joint, but really focus on bending over and stretching out your hamstrings with each repetition. So keep your form nice and strict and focus on doing about 10 repetitions per set, start off light, and just work up gradually. Remember, this is not a power move, it's more of a stretching move. And the next exercise is the good morning. Now this is an underrated exercise, but it's a great one for building up the whole posterior chain. It really works the spinal erectors, the hips, the glutes, and the hamstrings. Now to perform this exercise, you need to shoulder a barbell, just the same as if you're going to do barbell squats, but instead of squatting, you're going to bend over at the waist while keeping your legs fairly straight. In fact, the movement pattern is very similar to the stiff leg deadlift that we did earlier, except obviously we have the barbell on our shoulders rather than at arm's length. But bending over at the waist, keeping your back nice and tight, keeping your legs fairly straight with just a slight bend in the knees, all that remains the same. So it's going to activate the hips and the hamstrings very similar to a stiff leg deadlift, but because we're shouldering the barbell, the tension and the muscle activation is going to feel different. And the final exercise is the kettlebell swing. And this is a dynamic movement that's a great finishing exercise for the glutes and the hamstrings. Now, even though this movement looks like it's a cheating front raise, the shoulders are not actually involved to a great degree. What you're doing here is flexing your glutes, flexing your hamstrings, and just due to the momentum, your arms are raising to the front. You're not consciously trying to lift your arms. It's just a side effect of the momentum being carried through as you're doing the exercise. So when you're doing this movement, start off very light and just get used to the movement pattern. Again, it's not a shoulder raise. You're flexing your glutes and your hamstrings, and as a result, the kettlebell is swinging to the front. So focus on higher volume, lighter weight, get used to the movement, and then gradually work up to heavier weight. So there you go. That's 3 killer hamstring exercises that you can include in your workouts. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please feel free to post those down in the comment section below. And stay tuned for my next video coming soon. Take care. Over and out.